Utah is DBU. I'm going to clap. I'm going to clap on that because Utah is DBU. Okay, we're going to run down the list of teams in the Pac-12 with how many defensive backs they have in the league. So this is safeties and corners. So we'll start with USC. They have 3. UCLA has 2. Stanford has 3. Arizona has 2. Arizona State has 2. Washington State has 0.
0.
Cal has 2. Colorado has 4. Oregon has 3. And Oregon State has 2. Utah has 7. And yes, Washington does have more than us at 10. Not all 10 of those guys are consistently making plays.
Who's talking about it? Who is talking about any of those guys right now?
The only ones that you can make arguments for are Buda Baker, who got rocked by DK. Like, did you see him, like, wave? He started to wave, and then DK just went, boom, just destroyed him. Okay? Buda Baker, Byron Murphy, and Marcus Peters are the only ones that I can see you making an argument for as to making plays in the NFL from Washington. Meanwhile, Utah has the aforementioned Jalen Johnson and Julian Blackmon. Terrell Burgess, who sadly broke his ankle on Monday night,
but was doing really well.
Really good. So prayers up for Burgess. You're going to come back better than this, or better from this, and you're going to kill it next year. Eric Rowe at the Dolphins and Marcus Williams, who picked off Tom Brady in week 1. Utah is
mad about that.
You can't. As a Buccaneers fan, I wasn't mad about it. I was like, "Oh, look, a Ute picking off my quarterback." I was like happy for Marcus, but I was depressed for myself.
It's okay.
But Utah is DBU. There's no way you can there's like, okay, yes, Washington could make an argument just solely based on the fact that there are 10. They have 10 guys, but those 10 guys, not all of them are making plays. Majority, like I can say JJ, Blackmon, Burgess, Rowe, Williams. There's 5 out of our 7 who are consistently making plays and who are impacting their teams.
Well, and just looking at some of the stats from last season, I understand this is last season, and we did lose some of these guys to the NFL, but we've obviously proven time and again that we can take 3 stars and 4 stars and turn them into elite corners and defensive backs and safeties, all while they're at Utah. So looking at 2019 stats, the defense, there were 436 passing attempts against Utah's defense. They only completed 247 of those, and there were 14 interceptions.
No fly zone.
No, we don't let it happen. And the average per attempt, the yards, was 6.02. We're not giving up first downs. You got to put the ball on the ground and in the air if you're going to get first downs against Utah.
And even putting it on the ground is a struggle.
Yes.
Putting it on the ground is also a struggle against Utah.
Well, and we only allowed 16 passing touchdowns. And the red zone attempts were 23 for 31. And touchdowns were 14 for 31. Not even 50%.
Utah is defensive back university.
Well, and to add to that, I looked at the rankings for all the schools last season. Utah was number 1 defensive team, and it was by quite a long shot. Oregon
landslide.
Yeah, I mean, most of the stats were a landslide. Now, Oregon was close here and there, but Utah blew everybody out. They destroyed everybody. We only gave up an average of 15 points a game, opposed to Arizona at the bottom, 35.
Does that surprise you though? This is a Kyle Whittingham team with a Kyle Whittingham defense. I'm not surprised.
What's crazy to me though is going through the list of 12 teams. Utah number 1, 15 points a game. You go halfway and it's almost double that. USC allowed 29. That's crazy to only be halfway down the list and you're already double what the number 1 has been giving up. That shows how big of a difference there is between the programs. And now Oregon was only 1.5 behind us, but they still were behind us. Utah was number 1, and almost all stats, Utah was number 1.
I don't know what else to add because I've seen it You've seen it. Utah fans have seen it. We're defensive back you. That's all I want to say. And like, we have some killer defensive backs who are in the program right now. You have Clark Phillips, you have RJ Hubert, you have Nate Ritchie, you have all of these guys that are gonna play at the next level. And Utah is just really good at recruiting defensive backs because they can see that. They can see like, oh, look, Jalen Johnson's a rookie and he's just being the best. So I want to do that too. Or I play safety and look at Julian Blackman. He already has 2 interceptions on the season. And the season it's at the midway point. Come to Utah. Ergo the title of this episode. Come to Utah.
Well, and that's to look at how impressive Utah was last season, the year before that. Think about how much better our recruiting is even going to get after this because of what those guys are doing in the NFL. Like you said, Sammy, these rookies, they're looking like seasoned veterans. They're looking like they've been in the NFL 6-7 seasons and are Pro Bowlers. And I mean, could we see Jalen Johnson or Blackman as a Pro Bowler this year?
There's a possibility, but also our seasoned veterans, Eric Rowe and Marcus Williams, are making big plays too. This isn't just. It's not. I'm getting worked up because it's not. It's so Utah's just so good at producing NFL talent, and we've talked about it before. I will take it. I will argue that until the day I die, that Utah is one of the best schools at producing Pac-12 talent. I mean, at NFL talent.
Well, I just don't see any other argument. I don't see a stronger argument. They're proving it in the Pac-12. They're proving it in the NFL. They're proving it years into the NFL. They're proving it right when they step on the freaking field in the NFL.
Rookies. You are not usually rookie. Usually only first round rookies are the ones who like see that immediate playing time. Julian was third or fourth round.
Yeah, I think so.
Later rounds, Jalen was second, and they're both making the big plays, and they're defensive backs. So this is why Utah's defensive back you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, but honestly, before I really got into Utah football, I was more of a linebacker kind of guy on the defensive end. You know, I love to see those linebackers come in on a blitz and take out the quarterback or, stop the running back, those kinds of things. I'm a DB guy now because of what Utah has done. I love the secondary because I think the secondary can make huge impacts on a football game. Not that linebackers can't, but look at what JJ and Blackman have done. Obviously it's a team effort, but they are winning football games by making big plays. It's not obviously the ball has to be thrown their direction or to the direction of the wide receiver.
People are scared to throw. People are scared to throw towards Jalen Johnson right now in the NFL, and he's a rookie. Can we talk about how killer he's going to be in 2 or 3 seasons? If people are afraid to throw to him now, it's not even going to be funny how good he's going to be. He already is good, but he's going to be so much better.
Well, if our fans are wanting to continue to get me things, in addition to the In Wit We Trust, for Christmas, I think I'd like a Jalen Johnson Bears jersey. I'm a size extra large.
We did talk about this the other night about how clean those jerseys are. I'm not a fan of a white jersey, but those are very clean.
So hit me up. Christmas is around the corner. Sammy could probably use one too. But unfortunately, Sammy, that's all the time we have. We do want to thank everyone for following us today here on Ute Dash. We want to remind you guys that we have also collaborated with Sports Pac-12, where you can find our shows, lots of great articles about these types of players. Be sure to follow them at sportspac12.com and on Twitter at sportspac12. In addition, please don't forget to check our website, dashsports.tv. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Dash Sports TV. Thanks again to everyone, to Sammy.
We'll see you guys on Sunday. We're switching the stream schedules up. Football's here. We'll see you guys. We'll be back Sunday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So 4 p.m. for all of you guys back on the West Coast, in California, because I know our California viewers are some of the most loyal. But we'll be back on Sunday. Guys, it's almost game week.
It's go time.
Utah football is almost back. I'm so excited.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys on Sunday, and we'll see Arizona next week. And as always, Sammy, go Utes.
Go Utes, guys.